Hello and welcome to the UBC News Tonight. Those watching from Uganda, East Africa and the world at large. My name is Wadulo Mark Arnold and it's going to be an hours-long bulletin once again for the 10 o'clock. And without further ado, let's take a look at the top stories and then get into the bulletin. In our headlines tonight, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni warns forces opposing industrialization. The Archbishop of Kampala Diocese cautions on social media and disinformation. Julius Nyerere Leadership Center unveils new curriculum as it celebrates 102 years. And in sports, Dolphin swimmers claim girls-boys titles and defeat 19 clubs in the 2024 Dolphin Junior Championships. Thank you for watching UBC Television. We now give you the news in detail. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has cautioned people frustrating Atiak Sugar Factory project in Amuru district that those frustrating the project are opposing industrialization and are enemies of Uganda and Africa at large. Dennis Sigua reports that Museveni was on a field visit to assess the state of the multi-billion-dollar shillings sugar project, which is implemented under a public-private partnership.
President Yoweri Museveni has said any person who is against urbanization through industrialization is an enemy of Uganda. He was touring Orial Investment Holding Company in Chisa Village, Atiak Sub-County, Amuru District.
But you may get some genuine cases who want to do some good work. So you shouldn't make it. If there is anybody causing distortion, we shall oppose him. We are all here. I wrote my document. I want everybody to come back and we discuss it. And the other committee which we set up will move around and we shall get a solution.
Museveni lashed at people disagreeing over the land being used by Atiak Sugar Factory for being opportunists with the aim of dividing the people of Acholi.
So please stop the opportunism of misinforming our people. We are all here. There's no issue we cannot discuss. Now, therefore, the issue of Atiak, sugar, and the issue of Lakang, the other one on the other side. In my view, apart from the sugar produced, apart from what, it is a growth stimulus for the area. Once you have got such a big project here, all the surrounding people will benefit.
Atiak Sugar Factory is owned by businesswoman Dr. Amina Hersi Moge.
We have now changed from our previous manual growing of the cane to mechanization. Mechanization is whereby we are now growing doing our land preparation, growing of our cane up to harvesting will all now be done through machinery.
The project assessment visit was also attended by ministers, members of parliament, local leaders and other invited guests.
Government has invested money here, showing that the government cares. That is a very strong political message. Secondly, people who were previously perceived to be hostile to investment on large chunks of land have demonstrated that they can embrace such investment.
The commercial sugar production slated for mid of 2025 is expected to be a growth stimuli to the sub-region.
There is need for deliberate support to the landowners so that they are able to fully utilize their land. You know, you may have land, but if you don't have the means to open more land and have whatever it takes to be productive, that becomes a challenge. So we are definitely, as leaders from the area, are going to continue supporting this project. We have been doing that. We will continue supporting that project, but also we will work closely with the community so they make good use of their land. while appealing to government to provide what it takes for people to meaningfully get involved in productivity.
President Museveni promised to reward the family of late John Omaya for giving 25,000 acres of land to Dr. Amina to set up the facility. Dennis Igoa for UBC News in Amuru District.
And furthermore, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has advised religious leaders and followers to emulate Jesus Christ, who besides performing spiritual works, was also a worker besides his father, Joseph, as a carpenter. This message was contained in a speech read for him by the Vice President, Major Retired Jessica Alupo, during the Busoga Diocesan St. Mary's Day at St. James Church in Jinja City. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni commended religious leaders in Busoga for partnering with government to eliminate poverty by increasing household incomes. He said poverty in Uganda arises from the fact that 38% of households are still engaged in subsistence farming. The president also contributed 50 million shillings in cash towards the construction of St. Mary's House. The celebrations began with a church service led by the Right Reverend Paul Naimanye, the Bishop of Busoga Diocese.
For the dedication that he has on empowering the girl child and the women. The Right Honorable Kadaga and myself, Lord Bishop, are beneficiaries of His Excellency the President's effort in empowering women. And I was very happy when the President of the Mothers Union said that even in the recent reshuffle, His Excellency the President maintained us in the cabinet. And thank you for your prayers. That is a leader who we, Lord Bishop, as Christians of Busoga Diocese and beyond, should continue having trust in. I commend the leadership of Busoga Diocese mothers for spearheading the construction of St. Mary's House. I urge all the faithful to contribute generously towards this noble project. I also thank the leadership of Busoga Diocese for promoting the government's wealth and job creation programs. This is a clear indication that the church cares about the material well-being of the believers. Once we solve the problem of poverty in the homes, Christians will be empowered to meaningfully contribute money to the church construction projects. Finally, I thank you all and wish you peaceful celebrations of St. Mary's Day. Lord Bishop, that is a message of His Excellency, the President. As I said earlier, 10 million has been sent for the cow which I bought for you, Lord Bishop, last year in this very ceremony in the cathedral. And His Excellency the President has sent another 50 million shillings towards the construction of St. Mary's House.
Excellency, the issues raised by the RCC, I think, can be resolved. If I recall the letter which His Excellency the President wrote concerning the wetlands in Busoga, Bukedi and Kigezi, he said that they were misled by the government, so they should be compensated. So I don't see a problem there.
The Archbishop of Kampala, His Grace Paul Semogedede, has urged the Daughters of St. Paul to use the media to bring hope to the wounded world. He said this world is overwhelmed by social media, which has become a tool of disinformation. He was presiding over the final profession of Senior Florence Lanyero among the daughters of St. Paul at Christ the King Church here in Kampala.
It was a moment of joy at Christ the King Church in Kampala as Sister Florence Lanyero marched to commit herself for life for the evangelical counsels of chastity, poverty and obedience among the daughters of St. Paul. It was before the provincial superior, Sister Rosemary Mweni Mwaiwa.
May the grace of God help me to be faithful. Amen. You belong forever to this family of the daughters of St. Paul.
During the homily, Archbishop Simogerere praised the daughters of St. Paul for taking the word of God to remote areas that Christ may it reign.
Be the light of the world. Be that light that brings hope, growing masses closer to God's infinite love and mercy. Sister Florence, we are happy to receive you. You are very much welcome and very grateful to your parents and relatives for this gesture.
The Superior General, Sister Anna Kayaza, in her letter reminded Sister Florence that when there are things in us that prevent us from being completely of God, we have to be like the lungs that exhale the bad air to breathe in the good air, emphasizing Jesus Christ, the fountain of holiness. The Provincial Superior, Sister Rosemary Mweni Mwaiwa, urged Sister Florence to persevere, knowing God's grace will sustain her aspirations.
He has chosen you out of love and in perfect gratuitousness, simply because he loves you. And it is his love that makes your response of faithfulness possible, that impels you to give yourself totally to him, even in the awareness of your limitations, frailties, and sin. The Lord asks only for your love in return, unconditional.
The Daughters of St. Paul were founded by Father James Alberion of Italy 109 years ago. They use means of social communications to evangelize the world. The congregation trains young girls in catechism, church documents, and uses the media in evangelization. Abiona Francisco, UBC.
And in more news, Uganda Bureau of Statistics has trained over 700 district enumerators across the country with digital knowledge ahead of the national population census slated for next month. The Executive Director, Uganda Bureau of Statistics, Dr. Chris Chisa, says that the training ensures that there will be accuracy during the process. Details in this report.
All those participants have been trained on the concepts, definitions, and the use of the tablets. And we are confident that the knowledge impacted on them, given the evaluation that has been conducted, is sufficient for them to go and train at the district level. Each district will have 4 trainers, 3 from the district, supported by 1 from the headquarters, and the training will start next week. They'll be training the trainers of census enumeration supervisors and trainer and enumerators later.
Julius Nyerere Leadership Center has unveiled a new curriculum as part of celebrating 102 years of Julius Nyerere at Makerere University. The Swahili Best Curriculum book will see students enlightened about Nyerere's legacy and ideology.
The Julius Nyerere Leadership Center at Makerere University has marked 102 years of the former Tanzanian president, Mwalimu Julius Nyerere. Professor Tassis Kabwejere hailed Nyerere as a revolutionary leader who contributed to the liberation of Uganda and African continent from colonialists.
On the 11th, 2 days ago, we celebrated the fall of Amin with the intervention of Nyerere, Tanzanian army. You young people must be informed, must know that that was a first setup in the history of our country. Amin had been here for 8 years, and we had run out. This man you see here had run out in 73, and they lived in Kenya. And we came back in 79. So 45 years we are celebrating.
During the celebrations, the Swahili Curriculum book was launched to facilitate students learn about Mwalimu's legacy and ideology at the Julius Nyerere Leadership Center,
which will give leaders, young leaders, especially those who've already taken our leadership training, to be able to at least communicate not only with each other but with different people across the East African region. The curriculum is very simple, and it was developed for us by our friends in the Department of Languages.
The Tanzanian ambassador to Uganda, Major General Paul Kisesa Simuli, challenged the youth to take lead in championing Pan-Africanism and the liberation of the mind.
I would like to encourage students present here to use this great opportunity to exchange ideas and learn new things that will enhance your ability to overcome obstacles in our path and build a resilient and robust future that is predicted on the values of the leadership.
Every year, Makerere University honors Nyerere as one of its outstanding alumni, first black vice-chancellor when Makerere was still the East African University. Sada Mubale, UBC News.
Hundreds of French language lovers have convened at Sri Sahajanad School in Kampala to mark the International Francophone Day. The president for the Federation of International Teachers of French, Cynthia Eid, encouraged Ugandans to take up the language for regional and global competitive advantage.
Students and French lovers from different schools have converged to Sri Sahajanad School in Kampala to commemorate the Francophone Day. At the event, students presented poems, dance and drama to showcase the diversity of French language and culture.
Francophonie Day is a day to celebrate all the French students out there in the world.
I've learned that you can communicate French in different ways, through singing, dancing, poetry.
Because French is important around the whole world. And it's so important, like you can talk, in case you go to France or any other country, it can help you there.
The president for the Federation of International Teachers of French, Cynthia Eid, encouraged Ugandans to take up French for competitive advantage, both regional and globally.
And Francophonie is not only to speak French, it's lots of values. And it's very important for us to be Francophone today because of the values we have, because of the language, because of all the doors and the windows that the language opens. It's a passport, actually, in the word. And it's an added value, like to speak French. It's not just, I speak French because I want to speak French.
It's a language for business. The innovations which come up in business must be demonstrated through the language. We explain them to the communities, to the world using the French language. So it's a language for business, it's a language for academia, it's a language for research.
Teachers of French highlighted on some of the challenges faced in their course of duty.
Very many head teachers thought that some of these subjects are not supposed to be there on the curriculum menu, which is wrong. Yeah, the NCDC came up with a list of the number of subjects to be taught, but the choice is not on the side of the schools, but for the students.
And this, from our sample survey, it shows it's because of some head teachers, heads of institutions, misinterpreted the implementation of the new lower secondary curriculum, whereby they would instead remove French, drop it, instead of letting the learners have as many opportunities, have access to these subjects. But when you drop a language, especially an international language, it means you're limiting these future Ugandans. You're denying them a chance of competing at international level.
Similarly, at Makerere University, the event was marked by university students under the Department of European and Oriental Languages.
Francophone Day all over the world is celebrated for those who speak French. It's a coming together of all people who speak French around the world to celebrate French language and culture. Language unites us. We come from different nations, but the fact that we speak this common language, we are able to communicate and exchange ideas and know about other cultures.
So to us, we see French as a channel to the world. We although we have trained it could be in our different disciplines, but the fact that you have an extra international language gives you a leading edge.
The International Francophone Day is celebrated every year globally with millions of French speakers, showcasing culture and the importance of French language. Sada Mubale, UBC News, Kampala.
Police in Chikube district have arrested 2 individuals suspected of torturing a Ugandan in Chisa Village in Chizira sub-county. Now, the arrested suspects are Francis Mwesije and Jiso for Chizera and Emmanuel Biaruhanga, a member of the village security team, while another suspect named Serugo is still being sought by the Uganda police.
The suspects were caught on camera torturing a residents of Chiswaza LC1, and the video went viral on social media.
And these people have been torturing people, but they have been torturing those people, somehow who have been expected that they have done that thing. But if you see that sometimes you find when someone has not done that thing, they found that person as a suspect, they get him, they beat him, but without investigation, they just beat.
Currently detained at Chikube Central Police Station, the suspects face assault charges.
Kionga kairo bukahikire bagenza ne bakole emirimo yabo baruga kigendero tukabeta ba village security team tukakoma abantu 10 obana omuna benga abantu 10 kionka tukaba tubakomere kulinda gakiswaza kutandika isaa mukaga 5 mukaga agenda higuru kionka bakaire bukahikire batandika bukura na musana,
and they take laws in their hands. Like when they get someone, they punish that person very bad. Of recent, they got someone, a certain boy who was innocent.
The Chikube District Police Commander SP Johnson Tumwebaze acted upon seeing the video online.
And indeed, we were able to arrest 2 suspects who are now in our custody for the CPS. Investigations are ongoing, and once complete, we shall align with these people, or these 2 suspects, and another one who is still at large.
RDC Amlantu Musime condemned the violence. The area LC1 chairperson, Jime Bionabye, noted instances of excesses, promoting calls for increased police presence.
The Minister for Gender, Labour and Social Development, Betty Amongi, has urged women and girls to prioritize education and avoid early marriages for a brighter future. She made these remarks at Kabango Playground in Masindi District during a belated International Women's Day celebration.
Early marriages and teenage pregnancy have become a barricade to women emancipation. Minister for Gender, Labour and Social Development, Betty Amongi, has urged women and girls to prioritize education and avoid early marriages. She highlighted various government programs such as Youth Livelihood, Disability Support, PDM and Myoga that empower marginalized groups. Amongi discouraged early marriages among young women, stressing the benefits of staying in school. She highlighted the allocation of 2 groups for tailoring and salon training in Kampala, with participants receiving government certificates from the Directorate of Industrial Training and tools for starting businesses based on performance.
And I can confirm that we have allocated 2 groups for tailoring and saloon, but I cannot bring it here because they always want the group to go and pick their tools from Kampala.
LC5 chairperson Biaruhanga Cosmas highlighted women's crucial role in agricultural production.
60 to 80% of sugarcane production is because of the women here. Batali bakazi ekyokurwa gonze kinyara tekusobora kulima bikaijo bikera bikagenda mu factory tukatunga sukari atali mukazi akwemiri mekiro wingi yona.
The day was celebrated under the theme Accelerating Gender Equality, Women Economic Empowerment.
So we even approved that GROW project. Project you are approving, I'm sure Betty you remember how I supported you that this World Bank project should take off. I'm going to put a number of outputs in your team. And you are good chairperson.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar, my boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock on my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
The government of Uganda and the Uganda Bureau of Statistics is calling upon all stakeholders such as the chief administrative officers, city mayors, resident city commissioners, city clerks, city and division councillors, wards and LC chairpersons, as well as the residents and business communities to cooperate with the UBOS field teams as we embark on advanced preparations to conduct the National Population and Housing Census on the 10th of May 2024. The census will be a 10-day exercise to obtain statistical data and information that will be used for planning and policy formulation, including information on 1. How many we are, 2. Where we are, 3. How we are living, 4. What we own, and 5. Where we access services from. The Uganda Bureau of Statistics has now started listing of households and mapping in the 11 cities of Arua, Fort Portal, Gulu, Hoima, Jinja, Lira, Mbale, Masaka, Mbarara, Soroti, and in the Greater Kampala comprising of Kampala, Wakiso, and Mukono districts. For more information, please call 0755 342 128 or 0773 342 128. This message is brought to you by the Executive Director and Census Commissioner, Uganda Bureau of Statistics. Census 2024. It matters to be counted.
Nyati Motion Pictures brings you Tuko Pamoja, a documentary film about our unity as Ugandans and Africans.
Bunyoro would have simply created an East African community that we are looking for today.
The rulers of Bunyoro are actually Luos.
We people who live across the Nile, we are so related from our myth or from just the Nile.
We are the same people, and genetically we are even the same people.
We are similar people.
We are one.
Pamoja, we are one.
Use that word, pamoja.
Premiering every week from 3rd February to June 2024 at the National Theatre and Indere Center. Daily screenings are from 4th February to June 2024 at Ham's Cinemax and the National Theatre. To get a ticket, call 0778 787 660. Tuko Pamoja?
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. We now delve into the world of business. The Deputy Commissioner for Vocational Training in the Ministry of Education and Sports, Dr. Eddie Turiatemba, has hailed Junior Achievers Uganda for educating youth to start their own businesses. He was speaking at the launch of the Social Equity Project at Makerere University Business School.
The Deputy Commissioner for Vocational Training in the Ministry of Education and Sports, Dr. Teddy Turiatemba, launched the Social Equity Project, which will help the youth at the age of 16 to 25 create employment. Uganda has started vocational training, and Junior Achievers Uganda are out to subsidize government effort.
Many young people go to school, but they come out when they don't have those small skills that are needed to start jobs, to start working, to be able to create jobs. But now what I want to advise them to put more notch higher.
So it doesn't matter as long as you're in that age bracket and you need the support. A vocational learner that might be having a technical skill but doesn't have the business skill come through.
Dr. Teddy Turiatemba, Deputy Commissioner for Vocational Training in the Ministry of Education and Sports, said the government is committed to alleviating unemployment through vocational training.
Government is happy to pattern with the private sector. And you know, in the ministry now, we have what we call a TVET policy, which is encouraging TVET-led and employer-led system, meaning that us in the education and the employers, we pattern together and grow up into enabling the youth to work.
It can give you as much as it can give you, but you need to know what you want. You also need to know what you want. Be serious if you are in this program or don't participate.
And your network is your net worth, you know. Learning, put yourself in places where you're learning.
Rachel Mwagale, Executive Director of Junior Achievers Uganda, said that they have come out to help the youth come out of poverty.
Fisheries, we just call out to all the young people where you are, aged 16 to 25, find out where the next boot camp is. Are you part of a community organization that works with young people and you need them to be supported in this way? Come out and bring them, because just reach out to JA and then we will know which boot camp to be a part of.
And knowledge did you learn?
Ebiseera by'okuzzaayo abaana mu masomero tebiteekwa kukaluubiriza n'akatono. Eno kusimba nnyiriri mpanvu, kano kalippagano ka bidduka. Simanya kuzunga na banka siripsi. Kati osobola okusasula school fees z'omwana wo ate n'okola n'ebirala ntoko ku ssimu ye ey'omu ngalo. Ekikola kyangu nnyo. Nyiga bunyizi *165*8 ogoberera ebikulagiriddwa oba okozese app ya MTN Momo. Ate kati okola ki olwaleero? MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited erunganisibwa banka enkulu ya Uganda.
And in the world of sports, Dolphin swimmers have claimed the girls and boys titles of the 2024 Dolphins Junior Championship. After defeating 19 other clubs in the event's 10th edition held at the Akamwesi Loli Park, 13th and 14th of April 2024.
The event had about 400 swimmers from 20 clubs, 14 from Uganda and 6 from Kenya. The young swimmers competed in 25 meters, 50 meters, 100 meters and 200 meter hits in breaststroke, butterfly, freestyle and relay. For Dolphins to win the trophies, it collected 542 points for the girls and 546 points for the boys, ahead of Black Panthers and Otter Swim Clubs in the girls category and Sailfish and Black Panthers in the boys category.
Because it wasn't very easy for us for me to push through, but eventually I did. It was good because there are a lot of teams competing. Many people want to win, so get the feeling.
I found this gala very fun. I enjoyed it.
I've been hearing about how stiff the competition in Uganda it is. Felt well bringing my team. Our expectations though are not met since I found good swimmers doing good more than us. That's good. I have learned from experienced coaches around. They have told us whatever they do, we need to change our plans and the approach. They also emphasize on athleticism, sportsmanship.
It was exhilarating to see the swim clubs compete in so many ways. At Dolphin Swim Club, we're very proud to see how the swim fraternity is growing. It's teaching them resilience, it's teaching them sportsmanship. Swimming teaches discipline, and we're so proud to see all the work that's going on in the swim fraternity. So we congratulate all our swimmers. We like to thank all the parents who support their children, the coaches, the Uganda Swimming Federation that provide guidance.
The president of the Uganda Swimming Federation, Moses Mwase, who was in attendance, commended the club for such a great event.
You can see our base for swimming is growing. We're extremely proud of our Dolphins for being able to do this for the 10th year, and also the confidence they have in swimming. You only go to a competition where you feel your athletes will have some kind of addition in terms of the challenges and being able to compete, having a different kind of competition. So we're happy that Kenya can be able to send their participants here, and you saw they gave our people a bit of a run before their money.
On the sidelines, the president also commented on Uganda's chances to participate in the 2024 Olympics.
We'll have Uganda represent us. Our goal is to have our swimmers qualify either with the B or A times. We have Olympic standard times or the time that is recognized. The qualification period is still open until sometime in June, so our people are continuing to aspire to make those times. If we have a breakthrough, we'll be very happy to inform the country.
The Dolphins Junior Championship is held annually for swimmers 11 and under to get a feeling of what it means to compete in a swimming event. Though Dolphins has been among the winners in all the past editions, this is the first time it has won for both the boys and girls. Grace Joyce Kemigisa, UBC News.
And that brings us to the end of our 10 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. Thank you for being a lovely audience, and we do wish you a lovely week. And enjoy yourself. Up next is the weather forecast.
Most parts of the country woke up with a heavy downpour, though later on we had sunny intervals. My name is Juliet Nateza with the latest weather update from Uganda National Meteorological Authority. When we take a look at the satellite imagery today, it shows that the rain-bearing clouds are still over us. That's why we are receiving these rains in various areas. As you prepare for your Monday, in the morning central, we expect to wake up with light showers in most areas. Eastern, we expect to wake up with sunny intervals in most areas. The western stretch, we expect to wake up with light showers in most areas. And the north, we expect sunny intervals to prevail in the morning. Later on in the afternoon central, we expect a maximum of 27 in most areas with sunny intervals, apart from Nakasongola, where we expect some rains. Eastern, we expect a maximum of 28 to 30 with light rains. The western stretch, we expect a maximum of 29 in Kasese. Masindi, 27. Kabale Highlands, we expect a maximum of 24 with light showers. In the north, we expect a maximum of 30 for Kitugum, Kotido, and Moroto. Other areas, we expect a maximum of 29 with light showers. For the international forecast, Dubai, we expect a maximum of 35 with cloudy conditions. Nairobi, we expect a maximum of 26 with thunder showers. Cairo, we expect a maximum of 32 with sunny intervals. And London, we expect a maximum of only 12 with rain. That's all we had for you from Uganda National Meteorological Authority. Have a blessed week ahead.
UBC